All right, let's just dive right into this explainer and totally crush any lingering anxiety you might have around dividing fractions. Today, we're starting with what we can literally see, not just a bunch of intimidating numbers and equations on a page. I know division of fractions often sounds incredibly daunting, but I promise you, by the end of our time together, it's going to feel like second nature. We're going to strip away the confusion and reveal the simple, elegant logic underneath it all. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll start by visualizing fraction division, learn the reciprocal shortcut, tackle mixed numbers, and finish up by solving some real-world problems. Section 1, Visualizing Fraction Division. Seeing the math. So, I want you to picture a physical rope. I'm going to prove to you right now that you actually already know how to divide fractions in your head. If I hand you a single rope that is 4 meters long, and I ask you to cut it into smaller pieces that are exactly 1/2 meter each, what happens? Just think about that very first meter. 1 whole meter gives you 2 half-meter pieces, right? So if 1 meter gives you 2 pieces, 4 meters gives you exactly 8 pieces. Without even writing down an equation, you just successfully divided the whole number 4 by the fraction 1/2. You literally just did fraction division. And honestly, this perfectly illustrates how the math is just proving what your eyes already see. Let's look at another visual, this time with everyone's absolute favorite, pizza. Imagine you've got 4 whole pizzas, and you want to serve portions that are exactly 2/3 of a pizza to your friends. If you take those 4 whole pizzas, slice them all into thirds, and then group those slices by 2s, you're going to find you have exactly enough to feed 6 friends. 4 whole pizzas, portioned into 2/3 slices, perfectly feeds 6 people. The equation, 4 divided by 2/3 equals 6, is literally just a mathematical translation of that exact physical reality. Section 2, the reciprocal shortcut, the upside-down trick. To use our shortcut, we first need to unlock a crucial piece of vocabulary, and that's the reciprocal. Now, a reciprocal isn't some scary, intimidating rule. It's basically just a magic trick where we flip a fraction upside down. The numerator, that's the number on top, moves to the bottom to become the denominator, and the denominator moves to the top to become the new numerator. It is simply the inverse. Let's check out a few examples. The fraction 2/3 flipped upside down just becomes 3/2. Super easy, right? 1/4 becomes 4/1. Now, what's really interesting here is how we handle whole numbers. Take a look at the number 2. In fraction math, a whole number always secretly has a denominator of 1 hiding underneath it. It's essentially 2/1. So when we need the reciprocal of a whole number like 2, it simply becomes 1/2. Now we can actually put this trick to work. Here are your concrete steps for division. Step 1, identify the divisor. That's the second number in your equation, the one doing the dividing, and you take its reciprocal. Step 2, just multiply that reciprocal by your original dividend, which is that first number. By following this incredibly simple 2-step algorithm, we magically change a complex division problem into a straightforward multiplication problem. Instead of dividing, you literally just multiply by the upside-down version of the second number. You multiply straight across, numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and boom, you are done. Section 3, tackling mixed numbers, scaling up complexity. Okay, here is the golden rule for mixed numbers. Before we can use that reciprocal shortcut, we absolutely must convert any mixed number into an improper fraction. Let's look at the mixed number 3 3/4. To convert it, we just multiply the whole number, 3, by the denominator, 4, which gives us 12. Then we add the numerator, 3, giving us 15. We keep our original denominator, perfectly transforming 3 3/4 into the improper fraction 15/4. It's exactly the same value, it's just dressed up differently so we can actually do math with it. Now, let's put the whole shebang together into our complete 3-step algorithm. Step 1, convert those mixed fractions. Step 2, identify your divisor and flip it to get the reciprocal. And step 3, multiply. So let's say we're dividing 3 3/4 by 1/4. We just turned 3 3/4 into 15/4. Then we take our divisor, 1/4, and flip it to its reciprocal, which is 4/1. Finally, we multiply. 15/4 times 4/1. Those 4's cancel each other out perfectly, and we're left with exactly 15. We just solved a totally complex fraction division problem in 3 really smooth steps. Section 4, solving real-world problems, putting it into practice. To tackle real-world scenarios, we're going to use Polya steps. George Polya was a mathematician who figured out that solving literally any overwhelming problem just comes down to a simple blueprint. First, read and understand. Second, plan your equation. Third,
solve it. Fourth, check your work. And finally, confidently state your answer. Let's apply this right now to see how it works. Step 1 of Polia's method is reading and understanding. So here's our health and wellness problem. The recommended dosage of vitamin C for children is 45.5 milligrams per day. If a bottle contains 910 total milligrams, how many days is that bottle going to last? The real secret to solving this is just setting up the problem correctly. We just need to identify our dividend, the 910 milligram bottle, and our divisor, which is that 45.5 milligram daily dose. Moving to our next steps, we plan and write our equation. 910 divided by 45.5. Now, watch how we apply our entire fraction toolkit step by step. First up, we deal with that mixed number. 45 times 2 is 90, plus 1 is 91, so our daily dose becomes 91 over 2. We also rewrite our whole number, 910, as a fraction, 910 over 1. Our problem is now 910 over 1 divided by 91 over 2. Next, we use our reciprocal shortcut on the divisor. 91 over 2 flips to become 2 over 91, and our division symbol magically transforms into a multiplication symbol, leaving us with a highly solvable equation, 910 over 1 times 2 over 91. When you multiply 910 by 2, you get 1,820. Divide that by 91, and the final answer is perfectly 20. Following Polia's final step, we express our answer in a complete thought. That bottle of vitamin C is going to last exactly 20 days. No guesswork required. Let's quickly look at one more real-world example just to show how this works in the kitchen. We have Lola Amour's baking problem. She has a total of 14 cups of flour in her pantry. Every single chocolate cake she bakes requires 1 3/4 cups. So how many cakes can she make? Following our Polia steps, our equation is our total, 14, divided by our portion size, 1 3/4. We convert 1 3/4 to an improper fraction, which is 7/4. We write 14 as 14 over 1. Then we grab the reciprocal of 7/4, which is 4/7, and we just multiply. 14 times 4 is 56, 1 times 7 is 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. Using the exact same method, we find that Lola Amour has exactly enough flour to bake 8 whole chocolate cakes. Dividing fractions isn't just some arbitrary classroom math. It's a real tool for decoding the world around you, whether you're portioning out medication or scaling up a delicious recipe. I really hope this explainer has empowered you to see the math in your everyday life and stripped away the confusion of the dreaded fraction. So now that you know the shortcut, look around. What other complex problems in your life are just waiting to be flipped upside down and solved?